Failures make us learn. Failures make you stronger. Pain makes you stronger.
Everyone in the world knows Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger has been an A-lister and a governor.
One of the most famous human beings on earth for most of his life.
We've entered your mind. That's what it feels like.
If you don't know where you want to go or who you want to be, you eventually just float around and you eventually crash. I promised the people that they're number one, but I promised my wife that they're going to be number one. So that's a dilemma.
Before we jump into this episode, I'd like to invite you to join this community to hear more interviews that will help you become happier, healthier, and more healed. All I want you to do is click on the subscribe button. I love your support. It's incredible to see all your comments, and we're just getting started. I can't wait to go on this journey with you. Thank you so much for subscribing. It means the world to me.
The best-selling author and host.
The #1 health and wellness podcast.
On Purpose with Jay Shetty.
I feel like we've entered your mind. That's what it feels like when you enter this room, like all these aspects of yourself. I was wondering, what's your earliest childhood memory that you think defines the person you are today? I heard somewhere you mentioned your father made you earn your breakfast. And I was thinking, what does that feel like? What does that mean?
I really don't know exactly what it was that gave me the drive or gave me the ability to visualize my goals in order. But I think it was a combination of things, of growing up after the Second World War in 1947. I was born, and to grow up with no food, with starvation and famine, and my mother going around what they call hamstering, which means begging at various different farmers for food, so she had food for the children. So all of that, I think, had an impact and a strict upbringing. My father was very strict. We were hit many times and punished for not doing the things the way they thought we should do things. We had to earn breakfast, like you said. We had to do push-ups and sit-ups and compete, knee bends and all this stuff, running around the house in order to be allowed to have breakfast. So I think all of that contributed, and also I think having the military around, the British military that was, because they occupied that area of Austria. They came always around with their tanks and with their big trucks and everything. And I think that gave me the fascination of, becoming a tank driver myself when I went into the Austrian army. Ever since then, I have had a fascination with big cars, big trucks, with tanks and stuff like that. And I now have the tank that I drove in the military, I now have over here in Los Angeles. And it's at the Melody Ranch, where they have a lot of various different